Right, so the Middle Georgia Community Food Bank can't seem to fill its shelves this year, but they're trying to turn those can'ts into cans. And Executive Director Ronald Raleigh is here joining me this morning. Good morning, and thank you so much for inviting us into the volunteer room. This is where it all goes down. So with these boxes and all this food that you have right now, how many organizations can you feed with your current supply?
Well, of course, we work with about 250 organizations in 24 counties. With our current supply, we could probably meet the needs for about maybe half of them if it doesn't change between now and the holiday season.
And why are donations so low this year? Because you have a lot of what you call junk bags, which is full of junk food. I mean, it's cookies and crackers and things like that. But why are donations so low this year for canned items?
It's partly low because of the fact that we were down in our USDA donations this year. Last year we had 112,000 cases of USDA food coming in. This year was only 75,000 cases. That's over 1 million pounds of food that we were off the year so far. What that meant was I had to start filling in the agency's needs, because we work year-round, not just during the holiday season, but I had to start filling in their needs for that time period, and we allowed them to double up on the other stuff we had. Doubling up on the other stuff we had was kind of like a domino theory or a domino thing.
And it
just kept going down, so we got low.
Now, this is a typical food box right here. Now, this is not up to your standards. As you were telling me earlier, this is kind of what they want, but normally they would have this box filled. So right now you have, let's say, canned corn, you have macaroni and cheese, you have peanut butter, and these are some of the things that you want to fill the boxes up with, not just your typical Sun Chips and things like that, right?
Exactly. Now we do try to make the holistic approach with our agencies and the people we help, because if we can't give them the nutritional items, and this box is probably about 65–70% of where we want to be in a box of food for a family, to feed a family of 4 for about a week.
So this feeds a box of this box of food right now would feed one family of 4 for a week.
Right, because along with this box, we'll also send out bread, fresh vegetables, fruits, and that kind of thing. So by the time they get everything off that truck, they'll have enough food for about a week. We do send out the junk food because of the fact that if we meet that part of the need for a mom going to a grocery store, you've been there, your child pulls on your strings, I want burger chips, and you condescend to give them to them, and you put back the ground beef.
All right, well, thank you so much, Ronald. And again, you guys, they need donations, and if you'd like to donate, you can donate online, and that website is mgcfb.org. Stay with us, we'll be right back. Community Food Bank received 2 donations, and this morning we're finding out exactly where that money went to and how it's being used with our executive director here at the Middle Georgia Community Food Bank, Ronald Raleigh. So again, good morning to you. And the first thing I want to talk about is you recently received 2 grants, one from Red Nose Foundation for $10,000, and then another from Luke Bryant's foundation, the Bayer Foundation, for $2,000. So tell us, how are those donations used so far?
Well, the Red Nose Day donation of $10,000 was earmarked for our backpack program, or one of our children's programs. So we use that to actually get a truckload of raisins to put in the backpack program. The $2,000 from Luke Bryan concert basically was for whatever we needed. So it kind of went in the general pot fund. One thing that we do here, no matter what the donation is, we can pool the dollars together, and those pooled dollars will enable us to buy truckloads of food and enable us to operate and do what we do here at the food bank.
Now, if you have to add it up, how much does it cost to feed an average family of 4? So earlier today, or earlier this morning, if you saw the box that we were originally showing you guys about how much food that they normally pack into a box, that's what we're talking about. So how much does it cost to sponsor that box?
Well, for us on cost is what it costs us to actually put that box together. And 92 cents out of every dollar that comes in goes into program, goes into cost of moving that food from point A to point B. So that box of food putting out there will be somewhere between $12 and $15 as far as the cost of moving the food. Now, if we factor in the cost of the product, then that gets much higher, but we don't use that figure. We use the figure of what it costs us to actually turn that food out of here, because most of the food's donated.
Right. And speaking of donations, we're actually kind of, if you can scoot over right here, Casey, and he's our camera guy, and just pan over to this. This is empty lots right here. This is where they would normally fill the flats up with a lot of items to put into those boxes. But as you can see, they're empty, so they need to make sure that they have non-perishable items. So how much food do you need before Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, Easter, all those big holidays that are coming up? Canned items we're talking about here.
Taylor, right now we're off about 1 million pounds of food. That's close to 7 or 8 tractor-trailer truckloads of food that we need to get in here between now and Thanksgiving.
Between now and Thanksgiving? Wow.
Now, we're looking at Christmas, we're looking at another 10 to 15 truckloads.
All right. So really quickly, when you guys open?
We're open 8:30 in the morning to 5 in the afternoon. Donations can be made directly here. They can be made, dollar donation can be made online at our website, mgcfb.org, and they can contact us at 742-3958.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Ronald. And again, you heard where you can donate. We'll put all this information for you on our website. That's 41nbc.com. Reporting live in Macon, Taylor Terrell, 41 NBC News.
Thanks, Taylor.